Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Grief Drums, and today we are going to be talking about 0 Hour and the brand new update, Operation Black Dawn. So for those of you that don't know, I have actually covered this game on my channel in the past. I put out a single video having tried it out, and it had a lot of comparisons with Rainbow Six. I can't deny that. There were a hell of a lot of comparisons to be drawn. Certainly when it comes to things like the rules in which the ruling of multiplayer PvP, there's a lot of things that would be bugbears within the Siege community by a lot of people. Things like spawn peeking, throwing stuff outside like nitros and stuff like that. They've basically tackled all of that in this game and said, we don't want that here. We want this to be slightly more tactical and more akin to sort of year one Siege. Now, most of you will know that Rainbow Six disappeared off on a bit of a tangent, and it's moved more towards a competitive hero shooter over time, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this game has picked up the core concept and sort of gone the opposite way. They've gone more towards the tactical realism element. You can shout at people and get them to give up and all those sorts of elements. There is PvE inside of the game where you can play against AI and you can jump in with your teammates up to a team of 5 and go in and try to clear the maps out. This is really good fun, actually. I've been having a hell of a lot of fun doing that. You are reasonably limited by the number of maps. I think there's about 8 or 9. That don't take a massive amount of time to get through. Not even on hardcore when you've got like a team of 5 of you. Please don't get me wrong, it is still extremely unforgiving. But I found that I'd unlocked all of the maps quite quickly and got through them all reasonably quickly. Now, there is a scoring system on the PvE maps, and the way that works is by detaining hostiles, by collecting the weapons of hostiles, securing the hostage, killing everybody, or, detaining them. All those sorts of things add up. If you have all of your officers left alive at the end of the game, that equals even more points. So for those of you that kind of want to strive for that perfection, you really can do. There's a few levels that we managed to get 100 out of 100. There's a couple where we got 97, and we're so close that you think, well, I need to do that map again. We need to go through it a couple more times and try and nail it. But here comes the interesting part. As part of Operation Black Dawn, you can't just repeat the same process each time on the same map. You can't go in through the same door and say, this worked really well last time. Let's do it again. The long and short of it is they've brought in procedural objects. So as you move throughout the map, the first time you go to a door, you may have a clear entry into there. The second time, there may be something blocking it. Now, obviously, that's not going to be in the same round. It's going to be when you die or complete the mission and you try and do it again. The map layout changes a little bit. The core structure is there, but certain doorways may be blocked off by tables or furniture, and that keeps things really interesting. Now, on the flip side of PvE, there is PvP. This is very, very similar to many other shooters of a similar ilk. It's got 5v5, and the long and short of it is you are either protecting a bomb or a hostage. If it's a hostage, they actually stand up and run away if you give them the chance. So if you don't leave someone within a certain radius keeping an eye on the hostage, we found a few times they just tried making a run for it, which I thought was a really cool feature. Other really nice features in this game are the ability for the attackers to turn off the power to the building, so they can move in under night vision, and the defenders don't have access to that, so they're instead running torches, flares, other things to try and blind the attackers in their night vision. But it's a really, really cool little feature that sort of forces people to play a lot slower. Couple that with slow movement and extremely unforgiving damage, you will soon realize that just running and gunning in this game 90% of the time doesn't work. It's rare that games really do force real-life tactics onto you, but in this one, it works. If you open a door, flash it, and you systematically clear as a team, you will be surprised at the success you can get. Now, a year ago when I played this game, I wasn't too keen on it. I kind of felt that it wasn't moving fast enough, but with the latest patch, I would honestly go back on what I said there. I really do think that the devs are starting to nail this game now. And when you go ahead and jump onto Steam and actually look at the price of it, it's currently £6. That's right, £6. I couldn't believe that. It's like, what, $8? Now, credit, it is on sale, so the price will be going up again soon to a whopping $12, I believe, but that's just so worth it. You know, even if you get 20, 30, 40 hours out of this game, I would definitely recommend picking it up. It is still early access. There are still a few tweaks and bugs and things like that that are to be expected in any sort of game, especially one like this. Every now and then we've had a few issues with desync between players on PvE. PvP, I haven't had that many issues other than the fact that sometimes people leave and join and stuff. But the sheer fact that the devs are being as responsive as they are has been incredible to see. I don't know if you guys know Clean, the streamer. He plays a lot of Escape from Tarkov, or certainly did. Just lately, he's been moving into other games and stuff, and trying to spice up his channel like myself, you know, trying to go into more variety stuff. And he picked up 0 Hour and was playing it, and there were a few suspicious things occurred in which he thought he was being stream sniped, and honestly, it kind of did look like it. And the devs caught wind of this, and the very next day brought out a streamer mode. There is a training area, there is customization, there are a lot of things that people have been waiting for an extended period of time inside of Rainbow Six that these guys are trying to implement as quickly as possible. Now, I'm not saying that you should compare this to Siege in the sense of, you know, they are very different games now. They have moved completely different directions. But you can't help but draw comparisons between the two, certainly in the 5v5, the kind of shooter that it is. You're inside of buildings. You know, there are a lot of elements that do sort of tide over. This game doesn't have the level of destruction that Siege has, and I don't think it ever will. But it does have doors, which is kind of nice. On the whole, with the latest update, bringing in new weapons, maps, procedural furniture, all sorts of other elements like that, it's definitely been a positive step in the right direction for this game, and I'm keen to see how it's going to continue. I'd love to hear what you guys think down in the comments below, though. Have you tried it out? If not, are you planning on trying it out? For what it's worth, if you're into tactical shooters, if you're into slow, methodical gameplay, and if you're into PvE or PvP, I would say give it a go, because you haven't really got that much to lose when the price is this cheap. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it there. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider hitting the thumbs up. If you don't already, make sure to subscribe. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay reckless and relentless.